All right, come on in, sit yourself down, get nice and comfortable. Hello, this is my new channel. My name is Ben, and I have loved wrestling ever since I was, 5 years old? And I'm pushing 40 now, so I've been at this for a long time. But along with wrestling, I love the wrestling belts that have come our way over the years with the fantastic wrestling that we've seen. And whether those belts are from WWE, TNA, AEW, New Japan, wherever they're from, there's been some good ones, bad ones, some really great ones, and also some absolute stinkers. And on this channel, I just love to talk about all of them. But I'd love to show you through some of my collection as well over the next couple of weeks. I now have, 4 belts in my collection. And one of those is the absolute gem of my collection and the only bootleg that I own at this stage, as much as I'd like to expand my collection of, bootleg belts. And this one right here, many of you would know it as a different championship. The WCW Television Championship was what it was used as in its tenure with the WCW, but originally it was supposed to be a different belt for a different division, and that is exactly how I got this belt made. And this, of course, is the belt in question, and you'll notice straight away, not World Television or Television, depending on, the versions that we saw over the years. This is the WCW Cruiserweight Championship, made in its original form, how it was supposed to be when WCW first received the belt, as referenced by this photo right here of Jimmy Hart, which has been making the rounds for quite a few years. You see right there that on the initial plate it said Cruiserweight Champion instead of World Television or Television Champion, because it was supposed to be for the cruiserweights back in the day. And the reason why I had it made like this is because I'm guessing, not a lot of people would have this version of the belt. So I wanted something unique to my collection, and this, of course, is it right here. It's an SD belt made by Ali Anas. Nice curve there from Altair Belts is Ali Anas. And the reason why I chose Ali, I've been looking around for many, many months and years for a maker who I actually, like all of their work. And I'm not going to go throwing other names out in the mud or anything like that. There's no point in doing that kind of stuff. But regardless of the makers I was looking at, I was always seeing something that I didn't quite like, whether it was, paint work that was bleeding over the edges and a little bit sloppy, maybe some leather work wasn't quite how it should be or something like that. But then I came across Ali Anas and saw that his SD work was, some of the best going around. As you can see once again, as I pull that up there, there's a nice curve to this main plate, very deep etching for some SD work there, which is great to see. He even says on his, Facebook page that he has some of the best SD work in the business, and I honestly can't disagree. Now we'll bring the center plate up here just so you can see some of the detail in the artwork there, all the intricate little bits and pieces that make their way through that center plate right there. And obviously this logo up the top here, it's the WCW logo that never was. That was never a WCW logo, but somehow made it onto the main plates. And the other big change, I guess, in this main plate too, is these banners right here. There was a rectangular relief plate that was used up the top, and then all replicas following that echoed the rectangular plate for World Television or Television Champion, depending on the version, as I said, that you're looking at. The Cruiserweight Championship version, though, had these banners that kind of were, symmetrical to each other and had this rounded out work around the edges. So basically, when I've had this one made, I've asked Ali to basically grab this one from the bottom, flip it around, chuck it up there, and put the word Cruiserweight in it, and, there it is. And we'll move this across here to see the side plates now as well, get a good view of those. And the only difference, obviously, is the wrestling figures in the middle and the sizing of those two plates. And this one here is the interesting one, the logo plate. Now, obviously, on the TV version, you had this WCW logo up the top there, big TV letters across the middle, and then Champion across the bottom. I did my research and I couldn't find a photo of this plate anywhere when it was the Cruiserweight version. I'm guessing there might be something out there, or maybe I was looking in the wrong places, but to get past that, basically I told Ali to take the TV lettering out of there and just squeeze those two pieces together, and Bob's your uncle. And we'll move over even more here just to check out the snap box there, a 2x5 with some very nice tooling. We'll see if we can get that to catch the light and see some of the ripple effects in there. Oh yeah, there we go, right there. That's looking good. He's done some very great leather work on this championship. One-piece belt tip as well. No protruding screws on the back, which is also a very nice touch. And scooching along to the other end here, I'll just let that drape off the edge of the table there outside of frame. But yeah, 2x8 on the other end here. Once again, we'll catch the light so you can see all those ripples through the snap box there, and also the Altair belts stamp on the end, which you probably can't quite make it out as best as you could. There we go. Altair belts, Ali and us. He's done a fantastic job on this one. We'll give it the old flipperoo as well to check out the back. And obviously some very nice leather work covering up all those bolts on the back as well. Center bolt there to keep everything steady. Some makers don't like to put that center bolt there, but a lot do, and Ali does, which is great to see. Very floppy leather work, just folds over on itself quite nicely. Obviously, you've got the weight of the tip right there, so that's weighing it down a little bit on that side. So a comparison on this side as well, but yeah, very floppy. It's fantastic leather work that Ali Anas does, and you can see just some of that detail with the shell tooling there around those plates around the edges, basically going around the entire center parts of the belt with the plates there. And pretty much when it all comes down to it, if you're looking for a belt maker to make the belt of your dreams, I would suggest Ali and Us is a great place to start with Altair belts. I'll leave the Facebook page in the description below so you can go along and check out some of the fantastic work that he does. As far as any flaws on this belt are concerned, there was literally only one, and I would not even attribute it to Ali or anyone who works with him and his team. This could have even been in postage as well, but just right here, let me point it out right there, there is a little tiny gold plating flaw, but as far as the whole belt is concerned, if that's the only flaw that's in this belt, I've gotten away from this pretty much scot-free, which is great to see. But yeah, check out Ali and Us and the great work that he does, Altair belts. And if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe as well for more in the future, and I'll catch you again in the next one.